Hey everyone, and welcome back to Double Sleeved MTG. I'm Guy. In this week's video, we're bringing back a couple fan favorites and Rogthras and Sisay that I got to knock the dust off of her. I ain't played her in a while. Hopefully I don't disappoint the Weatherlight Discord. We'll see how that goes. Before we get into this video, I do want to throw a couple shout outs to some events we're going to attend here in the future. The first one that's going to come up is next Saturday on the 12th. That is the last one in North Carolina that I'm aware of. East Coast Gaming Black Lotus Invitational Qualifier. That will be leading into the Black Lotus Invitational. It's at the end of May. This will be your last chance, at least in North Carolina, that I'm aware of, to get an invite out there. However, if you don't get your invite for that Land Go Black Lotus Invitational, you can still go out there. There's going to be tons of events. There's going to be a no ban list commander tournament on Friday night. There's going to be a late night bounty event on Saturday night. There's going to be multiple last chance qualifiers to get into the Invitational on Saturday, as well as running alongside the qualifier. There's another 10K that is going on out there. So either click the link down below or use the link that's posted here in the video and use code DOUBLE10 at checkout to get 10% off your entry. After that, there's the Steel City Spectacular 20K in August up in Pittsburgh. We're so excited to go out there and attend the largest prize pool for a CEDH event to date and hoping that just turns out great. Don't forget to register with that. Links to it will be down in the description below. As always, without holding you up any further, let's get into this game. Seth is in first seat on Marneus in an unfortunate mold of 4, keeping an Undercity Sewers, a Misty Rainforest, an Orcish Bowmaster, and a Silence. His mulligans were Pack Negation, Hullbreaker Horror, and Demonic Consultation. Ryder in second seat on Tymna and Thrasios, keeping a Verdant Catacombs, a Gemstone Caverns, Soul Ring, Enlightened Tutor, Flusterstorm, Smother Tithe, and an Orcish Bowmaster. Mike in third seat on a recent fan favorite of Rograk and Thrasios. He kept a Manamo, Gutshot, Mana Vault, Cryptolith Rite, Eldritch Evolution, Misty Rainforest, and a Mulligan and Noxious Revival. Guys bringing Sisay back in 4th seat, keeping an Ancient Tomb, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Volcanic Island, Mox Diamond, Carpet of Flowers, and Noble Hierarch.
I'll start us off.
I do have a pregame action.
All right.
Gemstone Cavern, and I will pitch this here, Flusterstorm.
Draw. I'll put an Undercity Sewers onto the board tap. I will surveil. I'll keep that on top. After that, Ryder's on you.
I will Enlighten Tutor at the end step.
You guys ready for this turn 1/1 ring from Ryder?
Not the One Ring.
Ristic Study?
It's definitely going to be a turn 1 Ristic.
I'd rather it didn't. Just gonna throw that out there.
So I'm going to put this Ristic Study back on top of my library. I go to my turn and draw for turn. Play a Verdant Catacombs, and I'll go ahead and fetch. I'm going to get this Underground Sea on from a Verdant Catacombs. I'm going to go to 39. Tap for a Soul Ring. All right, tap 3 and cast a Ristic. And I will go ahead and end my turn and pass it.
I'll draw. I'll play a Misty. I'll fetch. Go get a drop. Casting Roger, and then using the drop to pay for a 6 study. And I'll pass after that, if that's good.
Nice and responsible magic over here. I will draw for turn. I will play an Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. I will tap Ancient Tomb for 2, losing 2, going to 38. I will cast a Mox Diamond, paying for Ristic. I will discard this Volcanic Island. I will then tap the Mox Diamond for a Carpet of Flowers, use my other floating to pay for Ristic. I would like to go to second main phase, and I will target Seth since he has an island, and I'll generate a green mana, and I'll cast a Noble Hierarch. I cannot pay for Ristic.
All right, I'm going to draw my card.
Oh, that's good. I'll pass.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a Misty Rainforest. Misty Rainforest, fetch. I'll go to 39. I'll go get a Tundra. I will tap 1 mana, Ryder. I'm going to feed you a little bit. There's a Soul Ring.
I will draw me a card then.
I don't have anything after that. I will pass.
All right, go to my turn. Ooh, that was such a hot draw. Blue-green or a Kinnan.
I got no response for the Kinnan.
I am like 80% certain Seth has an Oppo.
Kinnan good then?
Yeah, Kennen resolves.
Yeah, Kinnan resolves. I've got 3 cards in my hand. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, shit.
Float 1, play a Fellwar Stone. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just pass my turn.
I'll untap, draw. Manamo, Cryptolith Rite. You have your draw.
With your Ristic draw on the stack, I will cast an Orcish Bowmaster. I will pay for the Ristic with my remaining Soul Ring mana. OBM, first target is going to go after the Kinnan.
Draw trigger on Cryptolith Rite.
Yeah, so draw trigger still in stack. I'm going to flash in a Bowmaster. All right, yeah, I'm going to ping your Bowmaster. All right, and then now I'm going to go ahead and draw for my Ristic Study trigger for the Cryptolith Rite.
Mana Vault.
Trigger.
I cannot pay.
Okay, I'm going to go and draw.
If Mana Vault's good, I am just passing the turn after that.
Untap. upkeep, and draw. Carpet trigger, I will target Seth. I will make 2 white mana. I'll play Command Tower as my land for turn. And this is honestly just a precautionary thing, and it's probably pretty dumb, but I'm gonna use one of that white mana to cast the Silence, paying for Ristic Study. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna cast this Smothering Tithe. I will pay for Ristic Study, and then I will pass the turn.
Untap.
I just couldn't risk Rider drawing interaction there for this. This is the only thing that's going to keep me possibly in the game.
That makes sense.
In my upkeep, I will cast a Enlightened Tutor. I cannot pay the Ristic.
I will draw for Ristic.
Smothering Tithe trigger.
I cannot pay.
I will go get a Ristic Study. I will go to draw.
Trigger Smothering Tithe.
You got it.
Yay.
I go to my mains. I will tap this Undercity Sewers and the Soul Ring, and I will sadly cast a Ristic Study.
I'm gonna draw.
You got it.
Treasure.
Yep.
Ristic Study resolves. I'll pass the turn.
All right, go to my turn. Draw for turn. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna play my Wooded Foothills as my land for turn. 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna cast a Smothering Tithe, paying for Ristic.
I'll pack it.
Trigger Ristics.
You got the draw.
So both of us draw.
Yes, it'll be Seth's first.
I will draw my Ristic.
Now there's a Bowmaster and a Smothering Tithe trigger. My Smothering Tithe will happen first because it's still your turn. I'll get a treasure. Now there's the Bowmaster trigger.
Bowmaster, I'm gonna go ahead and ping Noble Hierarch.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm gonna draw.
Trigger Smothering Tithe.
Cannot pay.
Okay. Now we're down to Pact on Smothering Tithe.
Yes, that's fine. I will cast a Chromox.
Ristic.
You can draw.
In response, yeah, I'll gut shot the Bowmasters.
Trigger wrists.
I will elect not to draw.
He's not drawing. I'm going to draw.
There's a Smothering Tithe trigger on that.
I am not paying. I will respond to the gut shot. I'm going to go into fetch. I'm going to get me a tropical island. All right, still in response. I am going to cast a crop rotation. I'm going to sacrifice my tropical island.
I have a trigger Ristic.
I am not paying for it.
Okay, I will draw the card.
I'm going to shoot the Rog.
I also have a Smothering Tithe trigger.
From the crop route, I'm going to get my Guy's Cradle. And I will float 3 green mana in response to the gut shot still. Gut shot resolves now.
I will draw off the Chrome Mox.
Trigger Tithe.
Yeah.
Chromox, I will pitch a Lotho. 3, 1. I will pick for the Ristic. And I will Calling Ritual.
So I will respond by floating 3 colorless and then cry.
I respond by floating 8. I will float 8 purple mana.
All right, I have no response.
You get 2 from me.
You get 2 from me.
2.
So 5, 2, 2, 2.
Damn, I'm not even gonna get a Smothering Tithe trigger off of Mike.
Womp womp.
7 green and 4 black. I'm gonna cast a Mox Diamond, paying for Ristic. ETB, I'm gonna discard a mana confluence. Blue, green, a Thrasios.
Ristic.
I paid for it.
Okay.
Activate Thrasios. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom that.
At least it's castable.
It is, and I did draw it, so I'm gonna pay for it because I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
Noble, and I'll pay for the Ristic.
That was the most mellow culling writ that there ever could have been.
I know.
I will untap.
I would like a moment of silence to salute Mike.
In response to the Pact of Negation, I will pay a blue and tap Manamo to untap Thrasios on Rider's board and then die.
Yeah, untap my cradle, buddy. Help me out.
No,
man.
no, 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 no.
Be a friend.
Rest in peace, sweet prince. Your efforts were valiant. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play this Exotic Orchard as my land for turn. I'm gonna tap for 3, losing 2. I would like to cast this Relic of Legends.
You pay the Ristic.
Nope. Y'all pay the tides.
I do not.
No.
Cannot.
I will get 2 treasures. I will cast Sisay.
Ristic.
Nope.
Yes, I'm gonna draw.
And I draw.
Trigger both tides. Yeah, Ryder doesn't give a fuck what I'm doing right now. He's in the best position to win. He's got a cradle and a Ristic. Both of us are trying to claw back into the game. Mike has a sad face emoji. If Sisay is good, I will pass the turn.
I will untap, upkeep, draw.
Tithe.
You got it, bud. Ancient Tomb. I can slow Rider down a little bit.
That would be great.
Well, hold on there, Seth. We have a Smothering Tithe with a Sisay over there. That's pretty scary too.
At 2, coming from the guy with a cradle, a Ristic, and a Thrasios.
Yes, I am also scary, but that's super scary.
Ancient Tomb, go to 37. I will cast a Gilded Drake, and I will pay for the Ristic.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I get that. It's kind of funny. And so it's either you slow a Rider down or you completely hose me out of the game and then you got a 1v1 Rider.
Yes.
Yeah, I got nothing on that.
Okay. I like fishies. Can I have one, Rider, please?
You cannot have it, but Sure.
After that, I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, vampiric tutor.
Ristic.
I am not going to pay for it.
Mother tie trigger.
You got it, guy.
Card is on top. Now I'm drawing the card.
Trigger tithe.
I am not paying tithe. Float 2 green. Using 1 of the green, I will cast a Tymna.
Trigger Ristic Study.
Not paying Ristic.
Trigger Smother Tithe.
You got it.
Blue green for a Mockingbird.
I fully expected you to get a fucking clone there. Ristic.
I am not paying.
I'll draw.
Or Smother Tithe trigger.
I really hope you have some. I hope you're drawing ways to get rid of this thing to deal with it.
What is Mockingbird?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Thrasios.
Okay.
I'm good with being a Thrasios.
Same. I'm surprised that wasn't a Gilded Drake.
Why would I copy the Gilded Drake?
Take my Sisay.
Oh shit! Damn it! I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's a Thrasios.
I was fully expecting a cloned Gilded Drake to just yoink my fucking Sisay there.
I should have done that, to be honest. I didn't even think about it. All right, I'm gonna go to the combat step, and I'm gonna attack Guy for 4.
I will take 4.
Second main phase, I'm gonna draw.
Trigger Tithe.
I cannot pay. All right, and that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna pass my turn.
On your end step, I'm gonna tap Sisay for 1, 4, 5. I would like to put a Sisay activation on the stack.
Yeah, I have nothing for Sisay.
Yes, this is good.
I will go search for a CMC 1 or less legend and put it onto the battlefield. I will get Cultist of the Absolute off of Sisay.
Oh, God.
No, yeah, he goes for the win here.
Still in instep, I'm gonna activate Sisay again. I'll get Sylvala, and Sisay is currently at 7 power because she has +4, 5. Go to my untap, upkeep. There's a cultist trigger. I'll respond to that by tapping Sylvala for 7. I will tap for Wooburg plus an additional 2 green. Then I'll put a Sisay activation on the stack. I can go get a 6 or less. Yeah, from here, I will just go through the Derevi email line. I will get Derevi, ETB, untap Sylvala. I will spin a green I had floating to tap Sylvala, and Sisay now has plus an additional 2, so she taps for 9. So I'll float Wooburg, an additional green, so I'm up to 2 floating green. We'll float a second Wooburg again, essentially. Throw another activation on, can go get Emil, flicker, Derevi, untap Sylvala, generate infinite mana. Then with the infinite mana, I'll activate Sisay again to go get Mount Doom, and then start filtering Derevi's untap and mana abilities into Mount Doom to machine gun the table. There you have it, Sisay coming back with some clean wins from seemingly out of nowhere, but that's what you get when you get Sisay in 10 mana, and just no one's interacting with her. Just sit back, play quiet, and just don't be a threat until it's too late. I gotta take a moment to thank Mike for that pact negation. He got absolutely blown out by a culling ritual, but unfortunately it was necessary. And how are you supposed to see that coming? Like, with the mana that Ryder had available, who knew that was coming? I once again want to remind everyone about the events that are coming up that we plan on attending that you can find linked down in the description below. Mainly the Land Go Invitational and the Land Go 10K. They're coming up at the end of May, where Seth, Ryder, and myself, as well as a couple of our other local friends, are all qualified to go to that invitational. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone out there. Don't forget to click that link and use code DOUBLE10 at checkout to get 10% off your entry fee. As well as we got the East Coast Gaming that's coming up next Saturday. That's your last LCQ for that invitational in North Carolina that I'm aware of. As well as the Steel City Spectacular 20K in Pittsburgh that's up in August. So looking forward to seeing everyone out at these events. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the links down below to follow us on all of our social medias. Hop in our Discord to get some games in with us, and maybe we can get you on the channel as well. And let us know what decks you want to see in the future, or if you're tired of seeing the same, like, 8 tournament decks run around the entire time. Let us know. See you all next week.